Today we're going to be ranking all the different type of bicep exercises on a scale from school mog to still good to passable and then to waste of time, right, with 4 tiers. Biceps are one of my strongest muscle groups, so I think this is very fitting for me to rank this. My first tier list videos, I already made one on male attractive body types and school subjects. Go check those out if you haven't already. But this one is just about biceps. We're going to be ranking these bicep exercises based off of practicality, right? And just, do you feel it? Does it give you the gains? Do you actually feel anything? Because you go through the motions with these certain exercises, but if you're not actually feeling the fucking bicep, then what's the point, right? Stability, I don't really care about that. That's not really a factor when ranking these. No, I don't think that you need to be having the most stable, lazy exercises. I think having a bit of both, incorporating some at different points and stuff in your program is the best. Having variety is key. Biceps are also one of the most showy muscles that women really like and that guys really crave. So I think this is important to rank. Let's stop yapping. Let's get right into it. So number 1, Zombie curl. This is like that combo exercise where you curl it up and then you lower it down. And I still see people doing this. I'm telling you right now, you don't need to be doing that. It's not practical. It's not practical. If you're gonna do a reverse kind of curl, have it be a separate thing. You don't gotta combine it. It's just kind of awkward and you're wasting time. You're not gonna be getting the same sort of resistance profile. It's not gonna pop. It's not gonna really make you feel like a standard alternating dumbbell curl. I think it's just a waste of time. It's really just, there's no point. There's so many better things to do. I don't like Arnold presses either for the same reason where you're combining 2 different things in one. The combo itself, it interferes with each other if you're trying to do 2 different things. It's not worth it. Next is the incline curl. Gotta put this in school mog. And school mog is basically when the exercises in there are so good that you're gonna mog in school, right? Because I'm in school. This is like for like younger kids that are watching this. This is for you guys because I know you guys want a great physique. I get a lot of looks myself. Better biceps you have in school, more attention you be getting and compliments, I feel like. Yeah, incline guys go to school mog because the literal stretch and the way you feel and how hard it is because it's stretched behind your arm, like you're sitting like this and you're curling from behind, you're not like this. Really do feel it. I'm telling you, you might have to lower the weight on this versus like if you were to do standing dumbbell curls, but it doesn't matter because you're literally going to be feeling it like no other. The burn's going to be fucking crazy and you're going to be sitting there. There's no way for you to cheat as much. That has to go to school mog. I think I made a short how that was literally like the best bicep exercise, and I still agree it's like the best one, but I just incorporate other ones too. So next we have chin-ups. Chin-ups, they are more of a compound thing. They do the biceps, right? But you're also doing a little bit of back. In terms of just isolating the biceps, because this video is really just for getting that crazy bicep, the bicep tier list. This isn't a compound movement tier list. Chin-ups don't really get the job done as well. Yeah, so we're getting some back development, but you're going to be getting enough back development from lat pull downs, rows. Trying to mix that in with trying to get the biceps at the same time, it ain't really worth it. It's gonna be a lot harder to really feel it, in my opinion, because I've tried it before and yes, it works, but it's better to be just going to a designated machine or just doing an actual fucking curl. Curls are always king. So we're gonna just do this to passable. Reverse curl, this is a slept on exercise. People always say hammer curls for the forearms, right? But people neglect the reverse curls because they think it's, it's a little more awkward and it's not as popular. Because the only real way to do it, well, you can do it with dumbbells, but the best way to do it is with the easy bar because it's shaped where you could literally have your wrist in a more comfortable position and you reverse curl. You really get the forearm going. They have that as a separate exercise from my regular curls. I don't do them in a combo like a Zotman curl or nothing like that. You don't have to just do reverse curls. You could do hammer curls too. But if hammer curls start to get a little boring or you plateaued on that and stuff like that, incorporate the reverse curls. You might even feel them more than hammer curls. Because hammer is like a neutral grip, reverse is like straight on reverse. So the grip's a little different, and that's why I think for biceps, they're going to be still good. They're going to be a good ass exercise because there's a bicep tier list. Hammer curls and reverse curls won't be as high up because this is like mainly for biceps, but they're still going to develop that complete look with the arm in general, especially with the forearm and a little bit of biceps too. Next, preacher curls. There's another preacher curl later in the list. It looks like the machine, but this is like the one where you're kind of just using it on a bench. If you're gonna do a preacher curl, I think the machine is just a better option. You could do the dumbbells too, but it's just awkward. I've tried it and it's just kind of like you have to be on a certain, it's probably a skill issue, but it's just kind of awkward. I think that it's still good, but there's better ways to get that preacher curl thing. And I think a machine is just the better version, but it's very stable and you do really feel it. I do love myself some preacher curls. There's a better preacher curl that you could do. Next is the most classic exercise in the book. Can't go wrong with this. I think out of all the exercises, this gives me like the biggest pump, I swear. Like you're standing as well and it just feels so freaking good. You're in the mirror. It just kind of boom, boom. It doesn't matter if it's alternating or doing them at the same time or just doing them one. You're still going to get basically the same stimulus and muscle growth. People worry too much about if it's alternating or if it's done at the same time. Just curl those motherfuckers up and do not do pyramid sets. Start with the heaviest weight, do it for like 8 to 12 reps with the bicep curls, and you're fucking golden. So we're putting this to school mog, man. It should definitely be in your routine if it isn't already. Either this or, the reverse or the preacher, the incline, whatever. Next is the cable curl, also a school mog. I really love the resistance profile of the cables, even though it is like what I think the best resistance profile. I'm not going to just abuse cables. I'm going to do a variety of movements. As I've said, I'm going to use dumbbell, I'm going to make use of barbells, whatever the fuck. It just also makes the training more fun when you're doing different things. Cable curl, you could just use a straight bar or the one with the angled kind of grips. Even the hammer curls with the rope. Cable curls, they get your biceps fucking crazy, man. It's like the last rep or so. Literally, if you don't cheat, it's gonna be so good, Next, we have this weird thing called bicep 21s. If you don't know what bicep 21s is there's certain kind of technique where you have 7 reps of partial reps, 7 reps of just going in the lower part of a curl, and then 7 reps of the full range of motion. So you're dividing these sets into like different segments. So weird. It's like the whole point of it was to try to like maximize muscular tension in different ways and shit. And this is just a cheesy thing, personally. There's no need to do this. The best thing is to get that full range of motion with whatever machine, barbell, cable, dumbbell. Just do the full thing for a nice normal set of 8 to 12. I swear, people just try it because there's only so much you can talk about with fitness, right? People try to come up with the craziest shit, just be different. It's not really that complicated. This shit just overcomplicates so easily. You don't need to be dividing these sets into different like segments. You just do the thing. Normal sets will always be king. People, brought up drop sets and rest pause sets and shit like that. I mean, I don't really see their place unless you have like no time in the gym and you're literally trying to just like get in a 30-minute workout because you got to go somewhere right after. Then whatever. But if you have that hour, don't even bother. Normal sets will always be king. Normal 6 to 12 or whatever the fuck, 6 to 10 reps for any exercise with normal rests between the sets will always be king. So bicep 21s are a waste of fucking time. Weighted curls, another just waste of time because it's awkward as fuck. It's not practical. It's just not practical. You're not a waiter, and you're not even going to be getting that full range of motion because you're going to have to stop somewhat short because your hands shouldn't be in that position holding that dumbbell in that way. There's no real need. If you're going to have that one dumbbell, you might as well just do the one-arm dumbbell. I mean, instead of doing it like that, just do it this way. It's just stupid. It's not like you're not going to build muscle. It's not practical, and you're probably going to have less of a real feeling of the bicep, like overall less tension with weighted curls. I don't really see many people doing it in the gym. I don't really see it because they know it's stupid. Next is the machine curl. This is basically those machines where you just curl. They're basically just as good as the other type of bicep movements because it's basically, you're doing it in the same way. It's just the machine. I mean, you could argue, the free weights versus the machine. Free weights, you won't be locked into a certain thing. It's more natural. It doesn't matter. If you curl that motherfucker, if you have the full range of motion, no matter what way you're doing it, you're still going to get stimulus. It's just personal preference now. It enters that. Like, what do you personally feel more of? I feel all of the ones in school mog and the ones in still good. So that's me, but people really don't like machines and people really hate standing up and doing shit. Whatever. Next is hammer curls. That's still good, obviously. Like, it's not going to be mogging territory. It's not going to be like as big of a deal as just normal bicep movements. This is more for the brachialis and brachioradialis and forearm, but they're still very good. Similar to reverse curls, I talked about that earlier. In neutral, it's better to have them separate as a bicep exercise instead of doing Zotmans and trying to combine. I feel like I've seen this called of people hating on hammer curls. They think that it isn't worth it. You're not targeting that shit enough to warrant having a whole separate exercise. But I get a different kind of feeling. After a set of curls, I feel it in the bicep, right? It's like very normal. But then once I finish a set of hammer curls, I do feel it in a different spot. I feel it right here. That's where I really feel it. You don't have to do like 3 sets of these as well. Maybe you could just do 2 or something. They're more of a secondary bicep thing, these kind of like hammer curls, reverse curls, but still incorporate them. There's no point in skipping them out. Forearms are underrated, obviously. Having just like a button shirt or dress shirt and having those big ass manly gnarly forearms, it's gonna look good. Women are gonna be like, damn, this guy's a man. Next is the spider curl. So you're laying on a bench. You're not sitting on the bench like the incline curls. Now you're facing the other way and you're kind of having your arm downwards, curling up. Not really something you need to do. It's just a little more awkward of a position. You're going to not want to be in that position after a while. The movement itself over time is going to be redundant quicker. It's just going to be harder and more annoying to perform than anything. Now, if you're going to use dumbbells, you might as well just do an incline curl or, standing dumbbell curls. They're just better with the dumbbells than spider curl shit. There's a reason that it's not really seen that much in gyms. It's going to be impassable because it's still going to do something, but it's not going to be in the best thing. Next is the preacher curl again, but this time it seems like it's a machine version of the preacher curl. It's not like the dumbbell one or the free weight one. obviously this is still going to be in school mog. It's just like the same shit. Now the crucifix curl, if you don't know what that is, now I got a video playing here. It's basically where you utilize these cables, dual cables, and now your arm is horizontal and you're doing it like this instead of doing it in front or in back. Again, not necessary. Now you're taking up two cable things, which other people could have used for something more important like pec flies or some shit, and you're now incorporating more shoulders and having that be stable and stuff, when in reality you don't need that whole shoulder thing going on, and you could just curl instead normally, doing the regular cable curls instead where it's in front of you. It looks cool. You're gonna get some stimulus, but it's gonna take longer to set up. It's gonna be annoying. I don't ever see this in the gym. I've seen Zotman curls a lot more than these crucifix curls, especially when the gyms are busy. You're not gonna be able to do this. It's time. And lastly, the regular barbell curl. Can't go wrong with this. This is also a school mog because I love dumbbells, I love regular cable curls, but then I also love barbell curls too, whether it be with the easy bar or the straight barbell. As long as you don't do it in the squat rack machine and taking up that space, then you're good. Just do it in the normal dumbbell area where you're looking in the mirror and you got your fucking barbell. Hey man, you're still, gonna get a stretch basically like the dumbbells. The stretch isn't everything, and you just curl it up, and it's bilateral. I recommend doing unilateral bicep movements here and there, because that way fixes muscle and balances a little more. People say this too when they do just one kind of arm. When they just do a unilateral, because they feel it more. They can really concentrate on that one thing more than just doing bilateral. But you tend to be able to use more overall weight with bilateral because you're using both at the same time. But one arm could be doing more of the work than the other, so that's why it's good to do unilateral here and there. Feel of barbell curls, they just feel really good as well. Can't complain. So yeah, that is the tier list. As you see, biceps, it's not really that complicated. A curl is a curl. That's why most of them are in school mog. But then there's other ones that are a little funky that you don't really need. Take this from me, man. Biceps are one of my strongest parts, and crazy my favorite exercise. Who doesn't love training biceps, all right? People would love to train biceps 3-4 times a week. That's why they skip legs and they just train biceps a lot. But you also got to train legs. Come on. Basically, just do the school mog and the still good ones. Like, do one of the school mog bicep exercises and then pair that with either a hammer curl or a reverse curl. Here is your complete bicep workout. You don't have to go do 3-4 different bicep movements and overcomplicate shit. If you really want to know more about complete bicep training and tips, look at that video right there. That is how you grow your biceps fast as a teenager. I go into all of that there. Do not do the passable ones. I mean, they work, but you might as well just do the higher ones. And then waste of time is a waste of time. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen my Beastmode starter pack either, go check it out. It's in the link description. It's all stored in a Google Doc, accessible at any time, constantly updated. It's free. Gives basic surface level information to get you teens going. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like for no horseshit, ass backwards, fitness and self-improvement content for teens. Now go train your fucking biceps, all right? See ya.